Here's the evening update for Wednesday, October 3rd. It's just cranking right along. I did water test and the pH stable, 7.3, 7.4, great area for it to be. Ammonia has dropped down to 0.50. Nitrite, therefore, should be spiking if the bacteria is eating the ammonia, and we are up at 2 on nitrite, so it's definitely having a spike. But if the bacteria that eats nitrite is present, then we should see a nitrate rise, and nitrates are blood red, over 80, just cranking. And you can tell the plants are digging it. Since it's Wednesday, we're basically having a half-point drop a day. Tomorrow, ammonia should be down to the 0.25 area at least, and we'll just be watching the nitrite, and we'll see how fast the nitrite drops. If the nitrite drops fast enough, Friday, fish will go into this system. And we're really going to be cranking. The screen has made a massive difference, but it's interesting, when I get here in the afternoon, it's still really hot on the patio, so it's not making much of a difference as far as, well, it's got to be making a difference in overall heat, but it definitely feels really hot. But the direct UV light is not hitting the lettuce now. As you can see, the lettuce, I replaced this one, 2 nights ago, and I replaced this one 2 nights ago, and they've doubled in their size. That one is finally not taking the damage that it was before the screen, and you can already see there's new leaf growth coming up. And this one right here is still growing real slow, but it's not damaged, so we'll probably see it take off in the next day or two. And this one I don't think is getting much light, because this is what it looks like around it. Just green everywhere, so. And the kale is just pouring leaves out now. I mean, knock on wood, this is what I had hoped and what should be happening if things are running properly. Look at that basil. Look at all of these new arms coming out. In a couple days, these are going to be just filling this whole area. And of course, that's just crazy that there's little tomato flower clusters on this already. Look at how neat that leaf looks. And how many leaves are coming out right there, how many clusters are forming in just a really short area there. And there's just, on every single one of the cucumbers, this is how they're looking. I might this weekend go and try and look for you know, just I can't believe that nobody would have just a straight up organic seaweed soluble powder or liquid here, so I might have to go into the hydroponic stores and look around, because I know that, you know, the big stores don't have it. But in general, that would only be to help broaden the type of nutrients that are in the bed, because right now, you know, the nutrients that they're getting probably aren't across a full spectrum that they need. That's why we have to, you know, add the chelated iron to it, and because it would be lacking in that. But there's just trace elements that once the fish are in, eventually this bed will have, you know, all the nutrients other than maybe iron, which is easy enough to deal with. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary, really. The way everything looks right now, I mean, I have nothing to complain about. So this is aquaponics, and soon we'll have the fish in it, and then we'll really see what happens with the growth from these. I expect a couple weeks we'll be flowing over the top of the backdrop there, the trellis. So, not much else to say. It's kind of, the only drag is right now they have nothing to do. I need to start drawing up my plans to expand the system by putting the sump tank down in here. And I can do that relatively soon and just set the main tank up with an overflow, so that the pump will actually be drawing water out of another tank underneath, and what's blowing in here right now, I'll have another hose connected so it blows that back up into this tank, and we'll always keep it at a certain level, and any level higher than that will just overflow back into the sump tank, and the bed will be fed from the sump tank, not just from here. So lots to do, but when I get that done, the water will always be roughly right here. So I'll definitely have to have my lid done so there's no fish jumping out. But let's get the obligatory comparison shots, but I'm actually having to back up more to get everything into the shots. So isn't it back when we had where the tomato tag was in the bottom right a week ago, everything was below right about here in this frame. So that's about it. Can't even see my filage right now. Oh, goodness, where is it? And there's that one that I didn't put any rock over its roots. It was just leaning up against the pipe for like the first week. And look at that. That's going to be a problem, though. 6 cucumber plants in this bed. I mean, I've said it before, you know, I shouldn't have done that, because it's just, maybe if they all start fruiting, or I'll let one grow long and I'll clip some of the others, but it really is, if this starts producing, whoa, look at that bug. Giant mosquito? What the hell is that? Looks like I gotta spray a little bit. Anyways, if these cucumbers start producing, it'll sap so much out of the bed. But we'll see how well, I'm gonna end up putting probably at least 20 to 25 fish in this bed, so we'll see how well that keeps. Boy, I've really got to raise it up to get a good shot. That's insane. "25 fish should poop enough to keep the cucumbers fed." So I'm gonna flip that bird. Oink. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like the look of him. Alright, well. There's the kale. And that'll do it. We'll see you in the morning.